The wise Jamie has spoken.
If only they did that at work. Anytime I spoke, they were like, "Oh, the wise Jamie has spoken. We shall do what the wise Jamie has said."
Why can't they do that?
I mean, they could do that. They don't.
Well, you should.
They should
start a movement to make that happen.
I'm sure. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. Let's see here. I wasn't going to be here, and then last minute scheduling change.
Huh.
I wonder what that could be.
Don't look at me.
So I raced over here, made it go, and then I feel like everyone's just exhausted today. So either this is going to be an amazing show or terrible. I don't know which.
We're about to find out.
Exactly. Ryan has been troubleshooting Zoom the entire time. So we'll see how that goes for him. You know what would be hilarious is if I made him do the first story as he's trying to troubleshoot his technology.
That would be pretty funny. So, although I could take one real quick.
Oh yeah, but where's the fun in that? Like
that's true. We could make Ryan suffer.
Did you ever watch Crimson Tide? The movie?
Yes, I love.
You know how
Crimson
he
Tide.
runs like a drill in the middle of like a fire?
Yeah,
Yeah, because he's like, things don't happen when they're convenient.
yeah. Perfect time.
Exactly.
Start
Perfect time to run a
having-
drill is when there's chaos going on. So Ryan, what's your? I'm just kidding, Jerry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The chat room's like, do it.
Do it.
You guys are meaner than I am.
Wow, I can't believe our chat room does this to people.
All right.
But y'all remember, like, just a week and a half ago, we smacked a spacecraft into an asteroid. So
It went bonk.
yeah, we hit it. We hit it pretty hard, and we've been getting some really good imagery back from it, especially now that we're watching it from the ground. And this is one of those images. It just came out a couple days ago, which is a debris stream left over from the impact. So they've already measured that it's about 10,000 kilometers long. It's pretty big. The debris stream is actually that streak of light that you're seeing move to the right.
What's going to the left? Is that just refraction?
I think so. I think that's just probably from the instrument on the telescope itself, or they haven't cleaned it up enough.
Faulty instrument.
Yeah, well, you know, it's in a big.
Return, RMA that.
Yeah.
Returned it to the vendor.
It's in a big dirty church up on top of a hill, so you know it's big dusty with a bunch of junk. But yeah, great image of this here. The tail is starting to actually get moved like a comet's tail does, which is through the sun, solar wind, and solar pressure, radiation pressure from that. So very exciting. And by the way, somebody was asking last week as to when we'll start getting like really good data coming back from the impact of DART to kind of see the changes that have happened in the orbit of Didymos, or Didymoon, as we like to say. And I said, this is probably going to be somewhere along the lines of, 6 months to a year. Actually, they're expecting the first results to come in before the end of the year. So that's pretty awesome. Can't wait to see that. And yeah, we'll just take a gander and we'll see how much we have moved an asteroid. And if it is a worst case scenario rubble pile, which is what it looks like. We'll see how well we can hit a rubble pile. And yeah, I figure your first one out of the gate, a worst case scenario. Again, chaos, but throw a fire in the middle of it and we're good, right? Have a fire and then do a drill in the middle of it.
Exactly, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, we've literally...
Is that the theme for this particular... Hey, by the way, Ryan, I'm only getting... Hang on, let me just show everyone what's going to happen when I go to that. I'm just getting your screen share, Ryan.
You should full screen that if you can, right?
You might not be able to screen share on this one.
What about my face?
I know
My face. It's so important.
You're gonna watch us troubleshoot Zoom this
Hello.
entire time. All right, are you ready? This is so awkward.
I was, but you just told me to turn it off.
All right, well, you can go back. I mean, like, you want to just mix it in through your mixer?
Can I do that? Oh, yes, I can.
All right, hang on.
Let's watch.
I'll watch you. Oh my God. Through your very real.
Hi, everyone.
There you go.
Right. So this big silver tube was rolled down a road in Texas early this morning.
God.
It's very exciting.
How we
because
have
this
any
big silver
subscribers is
tube
beyond me.
has 33 robustness upgraded, apparently, Raptor engines, which means, fingers crossed, as long as it doesn't, let's see here, crumple itself again, or blow itself up again, nearly, or start any fires, then maybe this may be the last time that booster number 7 rolls out of the production site. Maybe this will be the last time it rolls down the road, maybe, fingers crossed. Next time we see it move should be going to space, to orbit, which would be very epic.
And do we know a little bit about what may have been done for the robustness? So,
well, as you can kind of see. So if you look at the, I'm going to use my mouse. This is like a 2-second latency, by the way, which makes it really difficult. So you see it looks like tinfoil up here? So basically what they've done, to my understanding, is there is now extra shielding around each individual Raptor engine. So say, I don't know, if one spontaneously combusts, it'll do less damage to the other engines, which would basically just makes the vehicle more reliable.
Gotcha. It's like in Space Camp, the thermal curtain. You know, well, as long as you got the thermal curtain, everything's good to go. So, nice, very, very cool.
I think it's hilarious that it's you and Ryan on the screen, but really because Ryan can't share his screen, it's you and the booster.
Well, you know, I've been known to be around many a rocket in my
Also,
time.
Hang on, I just want to give props to NASA spaceflight.
Yeah,
that looks incredible. Like I'm looking at the dynamic range, which okay, the police lights are a little blown out, but like I can see the clouds in the background. It's lit well. The black balance is really nice. And then it went away. But legit though, that looked really, really nice.
And Michael Baylor is in our chat room asking, "Do you want to know what camera that is?"
A little bit, bit, yeah. Probably just like an Axis security camera.
I think you should.
No, I mean it looked nice. So like at least on my screens, it looked really nice. I prefer the other shot over this one.
It's a GoPro, probably.
Oh God,
very clearly.
Oh God, why? Everyone's like GoPro, yeah.
GoPro.
I don't know that doesn't have that normal GoPro-iness to it. I mean, maybe it is, but it doesn't. A GoPro on a cow.
That would be a McGregor, Philip.
Oh, we got a double there. We got a double.
Congratulations,
go
Phil.
us.
Got a double.
Michael, you gonna tell us what it is?
Yeah, tell us, Michael.
We're sitting here in
no
suspense.
pressure. No pressure. Just like Booster 7 right now. No pressure. So.
I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt. Like, I can't talk SpaceX stuff,
well, yeah,
so, like,
no, absolutely.
I've had it.
We totally understand what's over there. So, okay.
Oh my God, I was right. Hold up. Hang on. I'm proud. It is an Axis camera. They're IP security cameras. Hey, that explains why they're blowing out on the what are they? The police lights, right? I couldn't deal with that. But the rest of it looked nice, which is probably why it was a little overly chromatic, because security cameras are like, crank up the chrominance. I don't know why. They do though. They're like, make it more color. So that'll help us stop the bad guys.
That way, it's more difficult.
Color.
It's more difficult to identify the bad guys. So that way, you have to keep buying security cameras. It's a racket, everyone. I'm telling you.
Robert says that's amazing for a CCTV camera. Actually, I feel like you'd be surprised with the quality of like an Axis security camera. They do really well. I think my gripe is that they're all rolling shutters, and the encoders that they use, the 264 encoders, are not great. But you know.
Yeah, what you said. So, ditto.
You know, and Steve says you don't want to leave really expensive cameras out there unattended. Yeah, and that's the other really nice thing about like an Axis cam. You can buy them if they've got a -E at the end of the serial number. That means it's in an external enclosure. It's designed. It's rainproof. It's weatherproof. I don't know if here we go. So like, that looks pretty decent. Now, part of that, to be fair, part of that could just be the time of day that looks like it might be magic hour. So you're getting this really beautiful contrast in the, like, just look at the clouds against the booster. It just looks incredible.
Pink on
it looks really, really good.
Right
but yeah,
side.
you can tell it's a little the chrominance is a little little heavy there. A little heavy-handed on the chrominance.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
Yeah, Brian says like, yeah, I like I do too. I like it is good. Like they're stable.
It's the clouds. Honestly, it was the clouds. Oh, thank you guys.
Well, now it looks crappier.
Michael, get us in. We need to switch for you guys. So, because we need to go back to that shot. So, all right, at some point.
Well, this is from like 12 hours ago. I literally have just gone to the start of the YouTube buffer as far back as I could. This was dead on 12 hours ago.
So this was actually their live stream. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay, I have a question. Hang on. Before you do that, do you see the Starbase Live and then like the diagonal thing and then like the date or the date and time?
Oh, you can't see
up at
it.
the top.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right up there. Why does everyone in aerospace have the need to have a diagonally slashy thing?
Because diagonally slashy thing look fast, and space is fast because rockets go fast. So if you make it go shroom, it's faster. It makes it look cooler and more epicer.
Put your camera back on, Ryan. No.
Makes the rocket go.
But right, like, and I know I got onto a whole big thing about design in aerospace last week or 2 weeks ago. I've lost track of what time it is, but like, Oh my God, Michael Baylor, this is hilarious and so true. At least there's color.
That's true.
Yes. That's the other weird, stupid trend in aerospace is everything has to be black, white, and gray. No color. No color in space. Space has no color.
Space is black.
Exactly. There's no fun.
Space fast, space black,
no
slidey
fun.
black.
No humanity in space. Nothing. All right. Oh. This is my innocent face. Touche. Touche, Loopy. Touche, Loopy.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
you go. So, do you think it's maybe because everybody's used to designing things with like rulers and things, so they just like
No.
that also goes over to the art departments?
I think, I don't know. I think everyone goes for that really clean, futuristic look, and then they just don't know how to get there, right? Because the clean, futuristic look actually does have color in it. If you look at like Star Trek, there is color, even in like the latest, what are they called? J.J. Abrams' version of Star Trek. Is
I tried to forget about those now.
I like them.
So.
Okay. Anyhow. Apparently, we're getting yelled at for being clickbaity. Anyhow,
I'm not sure what we did for clickbaity.
no, not beyond. What is the Star Trek, the timeline we're in, the Kelvin timeline? Oh, so the Kelvin timeline. In the Kelvin timeline, the Enterprise, it is a very white and kind of stark ship, but they supplement that with little streaks and accents of color. And I think it's really futuristic and really cool looking having those accents of color. By not having that color accent, you don't make it look future. You make it look like a hospital. You make it look corporate, bland, and boring, and it drives me bonkers. But that little accent of color is painfully difficult to do because an accent of color quickly becomes like the primary, like whatever color of the company. And then it starts getting slammed on everything. And suddenly your accent color becomes your primary color. And, it instead of being just this nice little thing, it's just barfed everywhere in different variations of itself, and it looks like crap. So I get that. It's easier to go black, white, and gray because if you barf white everywhere, it still's white, right?
Yeah.
If you barf black everywhere, it's still black. But it's the easy way out and not the good way out, in my opinion.
And that's why, as you can see with Ryan's very realistic screen behind him there, we barf rainbow on tomorrow here. So that way all of our bases...
it's real, look. Real thing. Real, yeah.
Oh my God, I love that you can grab onto it, actually. I'm not going to lie. I do enjoy that you can actually...
I don't want to do this too much.
You don't want to break your very real screen.
It's very, very real.
No.
It's very, very real. All right.
It's very, very real.
All right.
So what needs to happen now that we're rolling out the booster? What is still on the docket?
So, well, personally, I still want to see 33 engine static fire. Whether we get that or not is still, well, no, it's future, we don't know. But I want one, and I hope we get one, because that would be epic.
Yeah.
Just to see all 33 of those engines just light. Even if it's only for, I don't know, like a 5-second short burn, that'd be very cool to see.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it turns out when you test something and you test it fully like you're supposed to, you'll often find the problems that happen to it on the way to getting it ready to go.
Yep.
So
Is that commentary on someone else?
I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody or anything, but I'm just trying to say that, in aerospace, you need to, cross your T's, dot your I's, and curl your Q's. So, make sure that you got that right. So just, things like that. So there's
Contain your hydrogen?
yes, hold your hydrogen like
sorry, is that,
like you need to.
is that too on the
No, I think everybody knows at this point. I think even they're like, yeah, okay, we messed up a little bit. And Zapfan's actually making a really good point, which is just remove anything burnable from anywhere near the pad.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be honest, if you get stuff up to a high enough temperature, you can get anything to combust. So, and then
That's how physics works.
yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
And then Robert is asking, do you think they need to do a full static fire, fully stacked with the ship? What do you think?
To be honest, I'm not sure what difference a ship would make to the performance of the engines under the booster. Thinking back to how they process Falcon, obviously it's a very trusted vehicle now, but when they're first created, they do a booster only, like cryoproof and static fire in McGregor. But for the crew missions, like we just saw with Crew 5, they do a full static fire with Dragon on top. So I'm not sure whether Dragon's obviously a lot smaller than Starship is, but I'm not sure whether that Starship will make a difference. I don't know. Maybe, but why? Yeah, I don't know what if it would affect it in any way apart from having a big Starship on your head.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really important that you try to simulate as much in terms of conditions as you can. That's going to be as close to what you got. So maybe things like structural loads and other stuff. I don't foresee them putting a Starship on top of it because they probably won't want to have one up there. On a relatively new vehicle. So we'll have to see. With that,
Yeah.
I'm very excited that they're finally at this point, and I'm looking forward to them hopefully figuring out those the ground support equipment gremlins that always crop up and knocking things out like that. So because no matter what rocket you have, your first attempt is always going to find gremlins somewhere in the countdown. So,
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that goes. So, yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate it. Yeah. What else have we got happening with SpaceX this week? Anything outside of moving boosters around?
I mean, they scrubbed a couple times. I will be honest.
It's
Last time I
Scrubtober.
scrubbed,
It's not our fault. It's Scrubtober.
Yes.
Not our fault. Firefly doomed
Okay.
the industry by launching 2 minutes into October. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yes,
So
they
from
did.
that moment forward, everyone else is doomed.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Firefly.
Yeah. Congrats, Firefly. Although there is something I want to bring up when we talk about that at some point today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will be honest though, seeing a Falcon scrub from like a mechanical booster kind of internal rocketry thing was surprising because it doesn't happen a lot. And you think how many Starlink missions SpaceX are pushing out the door, Jamie? I'm sure you're fully aware of how much you're being worked. This is a very rare thing.
I'm very aware of how much I'm being worked. Thank you.
Yeah, and this is its second scrub that we've had from a Falcon so far this year. There was a Starlink out of Vandenberg,
And they've done like what,
July.
50 something launches?
Yeah, it was a pretty good streak. So I guess we're gonna have to get back at it again. So yeah, we'll have to check that out. and kind of hope it eventually goes with it. And they're doing a dual satellite on that one too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, you can get 2 for the price of 1 on board.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if they're splitting the costs, or if they're going Dutch on it. I don't know. So
They're owned by the same people. They're both.
So they're
They're
not
both
splitting the
Intel.
costs.
They're both Intel SATs.
Gotcha. So they're paying for themselves. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. That's good. I know that would be weird if it was 2 separate companies launching at the same time.
Yeah.
So right.
I mean, that's kind of like what rideshare is.
Yeah.
But,
although like big
yeah.
sats, like big comsats,
Yeah.
like those
big
two.
rideshare.
Yeah.
I wonder if big rideshare will be a thing on Starship.
Ooh. I think I have an idea for a space startup. Somebody send me like $1 billion and we can make this happen.
If you buy the whole rocket and you put 1 satellite on it, would you consider that a big rideshare?
No.
No?
No.
That's not how that works.
That's not how this works.
Just
That's not how any of this works.
I'll just go back over here. Sorry.
Oh, we're being told, of course, as we have right here, Philip saying Ariane Space has done 2 different companies with comsats. I think.
I know, but I'm saying like SpaceX transport mission, right, on Falcon with lots of itty bitty sats going pew pew pew, but big satellites in a big
Sorry, Ryan,
starship.
how do they go, Ryan?
Pew pew pew, but big satellites in big starship, and it's better because they're bigger.
Big ride, small share? I don't understand. I'm so confused now. Are we putting a bigger fairing on Falcon?
I think they're saying like if you can have a big primary mission and then a bunch of smaller ride shares.
Yeah.
Big ride, small share.
Oh,
It's like what they're doing for Psyche
okay.
before it was scrubbed, and one of the Falcon Heavies that I wanted to go watch.
Yeah.
Because they're going to put little CubeSats, and they're going to go off see little things while Psyche went off to
Ouch.
do big thing.
Yeah, I was going to say Loopy has a comment here, which is that Falcon Heavy big ride share would be funny, but that would require Falcon Heavy to fly.
Yeah. Hopefully though,
Hang on.
fingers crossed.
Not Falcon's
fingers
fault.
crossed.
Not Falcon's fault.
Yes, I was about to say I would like to point this out, and also Jason in our chat room as well pointed that out, which is, to be fair, Falcon Heavy is waiting on the payloads. There's also need for bigger fairings for the Department of Defense stuff that we won't talk about. But yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah,
October 28th. Come on.
yeah,
Happen. USSF 44, the end of the Falcon Heavy dry spell. Hopefully, it's in too long, and I don't like it.
yeah, and we're gonna have to look at the GSE, the ground support equipment again.
You know, since
I
I don't
imagine,
actually
so.
have to be in the webcast control room anymore because I've passed that off, I'm going to have to figure out how to be down at Cape Canaveral for the next Falcon Heavy flight because I've never seen a booster land. Like, I need to be on console, so I'm going to miss, like, the first few seconds of liftoff. And then it's actually amazing. So I'm on console, right, and I'm in a building. And then, like, and there are no windows in this particular building. So I'm on console, I'm doing my thing, blah, 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 3, 2, 1, 0. I see the engines ignite, and then I see the vehicle begin to clear the pad, at which point I'm clear. So then I take my headset and I throw it off and I just start booking. I just start running out of the building. And then by the time I make it to the door and just slam it open, you start to see the vehicle like peer up, at least a single stick. I've never seen a Falcon Heavy launch. And I've never seen any of the boosters land. So, and then you usually wait for it to hit about Miko, and then I kind of like slowly meander back inside and be like,
Yeah.
hope you guys are doing okay. Sorry. So yeah, I would have to, I'm going to have to figure out how to accidentally be at the Cape
Yeah,
during that time. I think that'd be amazing.
yeah, I think you could pull it off.
Oh yeah.
If anybody here could pull it off, you could pull it off.
I don't know.
So, you're gonna get 2, because 2 boosters are coming.
Oh,
back.
landing, yeah.
So,
although,
yeah.
the building I'm normally in, I don't know if that's inside the BDA, because I've never been there for landing, and so that's on that kind of same strip that LZ1 is on, and so I don't actually know if I can be there. I don't know how that would work. I guess
Oh.
I have a secondary building, or I could go to hang. I don't know. Anyhow,
You can figure it out. So, everyone now wants to see you running around. with that. Also, there's a good
Like on camera?
well, everyone wants to see you running around behind the scenes as you're attempting to try to
Yeah,
find a
you
place.
just put a
to do
GoPro on
booster.
your head.
God, I wonder
You'll
if I
have
could...
to blur out everything.
So I can't-
But
I can't
we can get
show-
the sensation of you running about.
I can't show the room that I'm originating from, but it would be kind of amazing to see me just like barrel out of that room around the corner. That would be kind of like just set up a camera and just see me just like, because I crash out of that room like a monster. I'm just like running into walls. I'm just like, move! Things are toppling over. I'm like, it's fine! Running out the
People
door.
are flying off to the side. So, you know,
Things are exploding next to me for no
yeah,
reason.
just going on
Yeah,
like it is.
fireworks, and you just barrel out the door. Yeah.
So just papers flying everywhere.
Coffee is
coffee.
spilled. Yeah. Huge jugs of water getting tipped over. Yeah.
Oh boy, that would be amazing. If you ask me with that. Did we put what Michael said up on up
No,
on air?
I think it's a
good
very
one.
good though, which I
Yeah.
kind of sneakily
Oh.
passed on in Space News. So you know that big new tower, the big tripod you have at 39A, Jamie?
It's a quad,
Can you
It's a quad pod. It's not a tripod.
the quad pod you have? Can you ask very nicely if you can put a camera on top?
What? Who am I asking, Ryan?
I don't know. Are you in charge of yourself? I don't know who's in charge of you. Anyway, just stroll on there.
I think that's the theme of the show.
With your Axis.
Hold up.
With your Axis
That
CCTV camera,
Oh God.
and just plug it on top.
You hurt me. You hurt me. You think that's what I would put? You think that's the type of camera I would use for the webcast? The thing to inspire humanity. You think I'd use a CCTV camera to inspire humanity?
In case anyone nicks it.
They're just gonna, waltz on in at at Kennedy.
Ben
or
Cooper
the
already
Cape.
did it for photography. All you need to do is do that 30 times a second. Symbols.
Yeah. Okay. I guess if it's so simple, just get it together, would you? So, all right. That there. Oh man, that's great. And I was gonna say, isn't for USS F-44? That's really hard to say that really
I know.
fast like that. Aren't they expending the center core on that flight?
Yeah.
Think,
It feels like for every Falcon Heavy now, I don't know the statistics, that's English, of the Falcon Heavies, but I know for USSF 44 and for Psyche, they're expending the center core. It just feels like for every Falcon Heavy now, they're expending the center core, because that's what it looks like, that's what it feels like. And to be fair, SpaceX haven't ever successfully recovered a center core, because they've either missed the drone ship or it fell over whilst it was on the drone ship. So, yeah.
Is that honest?
I don't know. Have they given up?
Is that really true?
yeah, the center core's never made it back to port.
Even when they've got it on the drone ship, it's fallen off the ship or been damaged or whatever.
I believe you. I don't remember.
Yeah, missed twice, fell off once.
Yeah, it's very
So
much.
it was Demo and ArabSat, and then STP that fell off, I think.
Yeah, it's very much like getting the first summit on a mountain. You have to make it down alive in order to be considered the person who's done the first summit on a mountain. So that's the important bit with it there. Yeah, but yeah, the side boosters definitely. Have we done a dual side booster drone ship landing yet? No?
We have not yet, or
Well-
I say we, SpaceX has not yet had 2 drone ships
Oh,
at the
we're
East
all
Coast for
part of
Falcon Heavy flights.
We're all part of SpaceX. It's the global we.
Big family.
It's a big family.
You're a part of it.
I'm not sure. I think it's a Space Force. I know that a double drone ship landing is planned. Don't know what mission it is. Probably a Space Force thing, because, secret big heavy satellite, definitely not spying on Ukraine. Russia and that kind of stuff. Because, I don't know, suspiciously, Russia invaded Ukraine, and then USSF 44 is delayed by a year. I don't know, I'm not going to comment on that any further. But, yeah, a double drone ship landing would be very cool to see. Now we have short for gravitas, and just read the instruction.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
cool.
Because
Because remember, it was 2019. It was before, I think it was even before Hoppy. So the entirety of the Starship Flight Development Program has been between the last Falcon Heavy flight and the next one.
Yeah.
No.
Was it not? Most of it. The most entire Starship flightiness was between the last
That's
Falcon
not what
Heavy.
you said. You said
and
develop. Hold up. You said development. Very different thing.
Since the first flight.
That's
Hop.
All I'm
That's
gonna
words, Jamie.
Words matter.
Ryan, all I'm gonna say is just be careful because you're gonna one of these days you're gonna end up having to eat an engine with mustard. So
Hey, speaking of, how's that coming?
I was gonna say,
How's that coming?
I remember, because I was listening to the show
Uh-huh.
2 weeks ago on the way to the concert, and I was like, I heard you all mention that. So
That you still have to eat.
I do. I absolutely do. I still have to eat a RS-25.
Yep.
With mustard.
With mustard.
Yeah. So we have to figure out where to get one at. So.
I heard NASA has a few left over.
Well,
Maybe when SLS launches, you can do a Jeff Bezos and go fishing.
Yeah, so sometime I think that would put it sometime in 2024.
Yeah, that's going in the Indian Ocean, right? I think, right? Or Southern Pacific, somewhere there, somewhere in that spot.
Yeah.
Did no one catch that
the
shade?
West Coast.
Did no one catch that shade?
What?
Nope, no one did. Okay.
I caught it, but I promptly ignored it.
Was it something I said?
No, it's something I said.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I'll have to go back and rewatch it then. So the chat room's helping. The chat room's helping us out on that front. Very, very nice. Very, very good. We got anything else from SpaceX? It seems like it's a little bit of a busy week.
There was Crew 5.
Yeah.
They launched them.
Oh yeah, let's not forget about that.
Only a little bit important. Not the. So they launched successfully. They docked successfully, and soon Crew 4 should be coming back. I think that's last time I checked. That was scheduled for like October 12th, which is in like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know if that's shifted because Crew 5 was shifted because of the hurricane. But yeah.
Yeah, and they were rolling through the hurricane went through, but we talked about that last week. With that, so that's officially delayed SLS to mid-November. With that, so yeah, well, come on, we're trying. It's a hurricane. How do you get around a hurricane?
Yep.
Huh?
No,
Big fans.
That's not the that's not what I'm mean.
How the heck?
Mid-November. You still think it's going this year?
Yeah, I think it is going this year. I can't even remember what my bet was for that. So, because at this point, it's just all blurred.
Hold up. It's time for a poll. You guys do your thing. We're going to put a poll up.
YouTube polls. We love YouTube polls. Oh, brilliant. I think now they've got through
Everybody's
that
going
critical
for it
tanking
now.
test.
Oh, I love it.
They figured out how to unleak their hydrogen, kind of. Well, they've found their hydrogen leak limits. I think as long as they can keep that leak within limits, it's going to launch.
Okay, let's see. Do I get to vote in this, right? I get to vote in this.
I get to vote in this. We all get to vote in this.
Where's the
This
poll?
is a democracy, Jared. That's how it works.
Don't you put something insulting in that poll there?
What? No, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going.
I don't have it yet.
Yeah, my YouTube is stalled on me.
In the meantime, Zapfan has a very good point here, which is 11 people are currently on the ISS, and there's 3 taikonauts on the Chinese Tiangong space station, which means there are currently 14 people in space, which is epic.
Yeah, that's quite a few to have up there.
It is, but it's also not nearly enough.
Yes, but
Right?
Obviously, I'd like to be more, but considering that there's...
we're working on it.
But considering right now, I think that's pretty good. Considering our capabilities, we have Dragon, Soyuz, and Shenzhou, and they're the only 3 vehicles which can send people to orbit successfully at the moment. They're the only crew-rated vehicles by their respective nations.
Yes,
All
that's
right.
true. So
There we go. Polls up. Will SLS launch in 2022? We don't have to sit in silence.
I was gonna say, yeah. Okay. Well, I know.
Oh, no,
I'm
I was just going to sit here and
so-
watch this.
Yeah, we're watching.
This is the
votes
entertainment
rolling in
everyone
here.
wants.
So far, yes is 62%, although we'll give it a little bit more time. Now it's 63%. Yes is actually going up. A lot of people have faith in
There
the
are
space launch
optimists.
system.
amongst our.
By the way, I feel like launch means more than just exploding on the pad.
I'm really hoping it don't do that.
I don't think it's gonna.
So I don't
It's
think
not-
it's gonna do
no.
that either.
It's not gonna
So
do that. It's funny to say, but that's not real. That's not. It's
Hey, speaking of Launchpad,
hi, Launchpad. You
Ah.
should be sorry. I hope you feel very sorry. So.
all right. So we actually have quite a few people voting. It is 62% of people so far saying yes, 18% saying no, and 20% say lol no.
well, I think that shows that the majority of people think that SLS is going to launch this year, which is good.
They've
I
only
think,
got there's only
because-
a month and a half of margin for them to be correct. So let's go around the room.
Okay.
Jared, you think it's going this
That's a
year?
lot
Yeah.
of days.
Yeah, I'm updating my bet to say because I don't remember what it was beforehand to say yes. We need an official bookie for.
Oh
for
yeah. All right. So
tomorrow.
who in the chat room is going to be the official bookie, basically, of tracking our bets? Like someone needs to do that. Ryan, yes or no this year?
Yes.
All right. I actually don't think so. I think they're still struggling with leaks in GSE, and while I don't think that they're going to lose the vehicle, I think they're going to put it back onto the pad, and they can't get through their countdown sequence, right? Like they can barely get through tanking, and I think they need to be able to successfully tank the vehicle to pressure before I'm going
They
to be
have.
like, oh
They've
yeah,
done that. They did it.
with actual all objectives met, or with objectives met with little like
Primary
asterisks
and
in it.
secondary.
All objectives met.
Well, I think so.
Sure. All right.
That's the drift I was catching from PAO. So
Okay, I mean, then maybe I'm wrong, but it still feels like they don't have control over their hydrogen. Zap fan.
Zap fan.
They did it last year.
I feel that in my bones. All right, I'll end this poll now. It's 59% say yes, 21% say no, and another 21% say lol no. So there you go.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. I hope I'm wrong. I'm excited for a space launch system. I'm not. I was gonna say I don't have anything against it, but like I do. But I don't hate it as a vehicle. So like I do want to see it launch. I think it's gonna bring incredible capacity to humanity being able to move things into space. But like I just don't feel like they've got a really great handle on the hydrogen containment and the handoff of their carrier plates, whatever they're calling them now, into the vehicle. I know
yeah.
they're no longer the ground umbilical carrier plate. Now they're
It's the
tail mast.
tail serve
what are
mast
blah blah
umbilical.
blah. It's the ground umbilical carrier plate is what it is. So yeah.
It's just a little lower now.
Yeah, sure.
It's on the bottom. not
Cool,
the top.
cool. Yeah.
So we reversed it. So I think there was a Missy Elliott song about
And we were going to talk about Firefly too, right? Because Firefly went like 2 minutes after the hour in Scrubtober. The first of Scrubtober, Firefly went, and like that was something. I was there actually. I was standing outside of Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut's production truck, Luna, and I was watching like through the window, which is good because I actually got to see Tim Dodd's The Everyday Astronauts T0 coverage because I could see it through the window. Poor Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Not his fault. Oh, microphone. But like, yeah. Scrubtober or Launchtober. Oh, that's another poll coming. What did you think of Firefly?
I'm trying to find the video. I'm trying to
I
video.
thought I was so
Oh, here we go.
excited when I watching it. I thought it was fantastic catching it. Although there is something from Firefly's official video that I do want to point out to everybody.
Was it leaking?
If we get it, so no, it was not leaking. I
Look,
love that you just
magic.
threw
Hang on.
that in the background there for you.
One thing I will say about Firefly is the community aspect is very good. Like, they let people from, like, anywhere. Like, I say anywhere. Jack Bye is quite...
That's really
you know,
cool.
good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
They literally
Oh.
let anyone with
Oh,
media
yeah, I
credentials, of
love
course,
this
put
coverage.
slow-mo cameras right next to the rocket. Like, who else lets people put video cameras right next to the rocket? It's
How is that
epic.
not a FOD concern? No, that is a FOD concern, is what that is. They just don't care.
I'll try find that that's the wrong thing.
Oh,
That's the right thing. I'll try
Give Jack all the bacon after
let me try
that
find
one.
the tweet. I'll try too much stuff. I'll try find the tweet.
By the way, I do have an active poll out there right now, which will it be, Scrubtober or Launchtoberfest? Launchtoberfest, yeah. Right now, it's pretty close. It's 49% Scrubtober and 51% Launchtoberfest. I hope it's Launchtoberfest. Although
we go.
I could use a nap. Just just one day off would be great. All right. Oh, hey, one of these. There you go. Oh, yeah. Well, because, like, when you're that close to the rocket, what do you expect?
Hey, look, a GoPro.
Actually, I'm not anti-GoPro. Like, you just need to use them in the right application. And putting it really close to a rocket like that and not trying to use it live is a really good application for a GoPro, as long as you can stabilize it and can deal with its rolling shutter.
Yeah.
It's just it's a tool in the tool chest. I joke about being anti-GoPro, but that's because rocket engineers are all like, oh, we'll just use a GoPro. I'm like,
They're not camera engineers. They're rocket engineers.
How are you going to power and control this GoPro? Oh, that's not our
USB,
problem.
USB,
No, it is.
USB,
All
USB,
You know what?
USB.
Oh my God, wouldn't it be amazing if the rocket just had a series of like USB-A ports on the side that you just plug into? You just right in the raceway. You've just
Oh,
got,
my
like,
phone's
USB-A.
running low. Let's just plug it into the side of
A
Falcon.
massive umbilical of USB cords going into the rocket, and then it just pops out.
Just a USB hub.
This is the future.
Bolted to
This
the
is
side.
future. Yep.
the ground USB carrier plate. So, oh man, that'd be great.
Yeah, Adam's, yeah.
So,
Oh, so Michael Bay. Okay, this is another problem where if you're gonna put GoPros on or near rockets, be ready for this. This will happen a lot. The GoPro SD card got corrupted when the debris impacted the camera. So, what you need to do is you need to record some footage beforehand of those exact settings of you at the pad. You record some footage, you offload the footage, then you put the card back in and you do your recording. And then when your recording gets corrupt, because it will absolutely be corrupted, you've got a reference file that you can use to rebuild the corrupted file from. So you've got something that you can actually like look at and go, this is what we think it should be. And then you can try to like fill in that payload.
nice.
Yeah, doesn't always work, but at least you have a possibility of getting it to work. Like 25% of the time you can get your footage back, which, is better than zero. Anyhow. Yeah. I'm good genius. No. Years of dealing with GoPros on launch pads. There's a reason I don't use GoPros on launch pads. Yeah.
There it goes.
No, Jamie. Wait. Oh, I missed it.
Oh,
Look at this.
those.
Jamie, can
That
we get
camera's
that
gone.
for SpaceX? I want that camera for SpaceX.
That
So,
camera's
no.
Look at that camera. Can I have that camera for SpaceX?
What
Can I
about
have
this
that camera
one?
for
We have this camera?
SpaceX?
Do you want to know why you can't? Oh.
Okay, so take a look at this. I want to show something in staging. Watch what happens to watch how close their upper stage engine gets to impacting.
They were millimeters away from mission failure right there. Oh my God.
Oh, good.
Oh, my heart dropped. Oh, that must be an Axis camera. It's oversaturated.
Yeah, by the way.
Why are you doing this? Why are you making us watch this again?
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. Oh, I almost thought we were going to have a Gemini launch vehicle, a Titan II hot fire in the hole, watching that. In fact,
what
looked
is it?
like a fire in the hole.
Hang on. You know what it reminds me of? Hang on.
Can we show this on air?
Yeah.
So, and not just because of
Can we
copyright
get the diameter? If we could probably work this out. So if we get the diameter of the here, and we get the diameter of
anybody knows how to do
the
that
engine.
with pixels and things like that.
Right, firefly.com. Let's find out. Launch Alpha.
Here we go,
Alpha
folks.
is
Live on the air. This is how we're doing it.
how big is
Yeah,
it?
we're all trying to find this footage.
It's 1.8 meters wide. Okay, 1.8 meters.
Oh, this one.
How big is the engine? Can I see how big the engine is?
This one's good. I was watching this live.
This one?
Yeah.
The one that I'm calling up?
Yeah.
I just don't know if they have it.
That's it.
There it is. Here we go.
Yeah. I remember that.
This is just what it reminded me of. I know the chat room knows what this is, but like... Come on. I must have missed the...
It's all good.
There you
It'll
go.
get there.
Ooh! Ooh, little boops are doopsers.
Oh.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry. Okay.
Do you guys ever look back on that and you're just like, those were the days?
All right. So, oh my God, what are we looking at here? Is that?
It's
Is
so
that?
close.
Oh, what?
That's the
How?
frozen frame.
How is that successful? How did that not have impact? What?
Hey, wait a second. The Falcon 1, it was spinning really fast from the fairing.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, whoa. Is that? Are they dumping fluids overboard? What's to the right of the screen?
The right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's
You
Los
see that?
Angeles. I think that's the lights of Los
Oh, you're right. That's
yeah.
that's the coast.
Yeah.
Wow. Slightly terrifying. I mean, but you know what?
They did it.
They did it.
Yep.
So
sure did.
You can we can sit here and be like and cringe all we want. They did it, and I bet you the engineer. I bet you there's engineers that are looking at that also going maybe change the staging ever so slightly. Let's add one more second to. Although it's not. I don't think that's a timing issue. It felt like it came when it was doing staging. It felt like it kind of came out at an angle.
There might have been. So obviously we are speculating unbelievably here.
And also, this is a good point. The angle makes it look way closer than it actually is. I'm not entirely sure that's a true statement.
Not sure about that either.
Yeah,
So.
I think because there isn't a whole lot of distance in between in the interstage for the bell.
No, it's
So-
going to be just the size. It's going to be the size just to fit the bag of the engine. There's no having any extra space is just wasted space, which they could use for payload.
Yeah. And just rampant speculation here on
Always
our
my
part.
favorite. Let's do it.
So
Do it to camera.
I think it kind of looks like what we like leftover residual thrust, like the engines are shutting down and they're not entirely shutting down as expected. You know, maybe they're shutting down a little slower than expected or something like that.
I disagree.
So
I disagree.
I feel like it could be one of them, you know, still pumping out maybe like 1,000 pounds of thrust.
So,
at that
so you're
time.
saying
So-
that the first stage is starting to canter because there's a little extra thrust on one side of the.
I mean,
vehicle?
in the shutdown process, possibly like maybe one shutting down 100 milliseconds slower than all of the others for whatever reason. So, you know.
Well, then the solution to that is actually just holding an extra second for staging.
Yes.
Because then if the vehicle does start to spin a little bit,
Yep.
then the second stage is spinning with the first one, and then your separation should be clean,
Just-
and then
just
you can
like a-
compensate a few seconds later.
Just like a Rocket Lab Electron, because like every time Electron does a stage does Miko on the
Use your words.
I always look at it and I'm like, wow, that thing is moving. And then when stage 2 kicks in, I'm always like, wow, it's moving again. Because there's a lot of attitude involved in that. So, yeah, it's.
I seem to remember something when I was watching Firefly, and I felt like there was a lot of attitude, like there was a lot of, like, a lot of control. Like it felt like it was constantly trying to like not spin, or I forget what it was. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong, but I felt like it was doing a lot of course corrections on the way uphill during the first stage burn.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of like it was doing one of these.
You were there.
Yeah, but like when you're there, it's different because you're kind of in the moment, you know?
Because it's really far away. You don't have zoom in your eyes.
No, I mean I was
That's
looking.
why they
I was
invented
I was,
telescopes.
Oh no, I couldn't see any of it. We were too far away. I saw.
Oh, yeah, it was foggy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Vanden fog. So I saw a foggy background, and then I heard it lift off, and I went, "Wow, that's a nice sounding rocket."
I know exactly where you guys are at. You guys were really far away from it.
Yeah, really far away.
So, but also I
but
understand
to be fair,
why.
really far away, but that was really close to the roadblocks. So that's
Yeah.
about as close as you could get, unless you went like on ocean. Yeah, that's as close
That's
as
what
you
Tim
could
should
on
get.
ocean.
Tim should get a lunar boat. What would the acronym for that be?
In
Loat. No, I don't think you could because that could be all considered in the flight path.
In our membership stream after the show, is it okay if I ask some things about the access
Yeah.
to base? Okay, cool.
It required passes, so
I understand that,
mere mortals wouldn't have been able to.
but obviously there's other places.
Sure.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge in the
Now the entire
That's-
community's like,
you should become a member.
Mm-hmm.
Join.tmro.tv from 99 cents a month.
Yeah, sure. Well, are you saying we can talk about it in the member stream, or are you saying that we need to talk about it in private?
No, the member stream. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm cool with
I
it
wasn't.
then.
I wasn't sure. All right, cool. All right. Anything else? Did you have any other stories?
I got some cool ones, like some
Yeah.
cool quick ones if you want to. So, like some
Oh,
actual
we should.
cool
We should
ones.
have. Oh, that would be fun if we did every week, like a 60-second, cool, quick, show us really pretty pictures.
Oh, you want to see
Like
some really
rapid.
pretty pictures?
It'd be like a really fun, like rapid fire, like Jared Ryan sort of thing.
Here you go.
All right.
Let's get the pretty picture started.
Boom.
Ooh.
Because
Is
Juno,
that enchiladas?
what's up?
No, nothing.
Is it enchiladas? No. It is not. It's not. Old inside joke. Very nice. No, that's Urampus. Europa there. Juno did its flyby of Europa as it's continuing to do its mission at Jupiter last week. Flew within about somewhere in the order of just about 370 kilometers above the surface, so pretty cllose.
Pretty cool.
And took some
Next.
pretty nice images. Now we got a nice newer image. First newer one in
Is that a water planet?
almost 20 years. If it was orbiting the sun by itself, it would very well be a planet. It's big enough, and I do think that you could call it a water planet because there's most likely, obviously don't know 100%, but there's most likely a very big ocean underneath that ice right there. And then I just like this one with Kevin Gill massaging the data as he does on his Twitter account.
I don't think this one has a name though.
So no, it doesn't. It's too far away. So pulling out some color there in order to get that. This is the highest resolution image that they were able to take with it. Doesn't look like much, but we can actually see the cracks and grooves in the ice there. So that's absolutely
Is
spectacular.
that taken with the world's largest microscope?
No. Actually, this is taken by JunoCam, which is the flight spare for Curiosity.
Not a microscope?
Not a microscope. And then just another really, really great image processed here. So yeah, it was just a fantastic grouping of images. This is going to be great because Europa Clipper is going to be launching soon in 2024, and we definitely want to know of places that are interesting to look
Not
at.
on an SOS.
Yeah, and that's what Juno's doing. It's helping figure out those really interesting places that you go look at.
That looked really cool. Yeah, that was actually really fun. We should do that more often.
Yeah,
Like maybe we should do like Jared's 60-second really cool pictures from space
yeah.
segment.
Maybe we can do
Wait,
something like.
Oh
that.
wait, do you have two more?
I have one more if we have the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it open though because it's just not
I'll stall for
not
you.
being nice. Yeah, stall for me, would you?
Oh,
These are big files.
I said that, but I was ill prepared to actually stall.
These are like really big files, and also
Jamie doesn't have a clutch. She has an electric car. She can't stall.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. Now I understand what you mean. Okay.
That was meant to be like a funny humor to fill the gap.
No,
So
I got it.
By trying
Mine-
to explain why Jamie can't stall, I stalled. You see? Get it? It's like
Brilliant. What are we
Yeah.
looking
Carry
at?
on.
Okay.
Interlude over.
There's a big dust storm on Mars right now.
Again.
Ooh.
And it's
I feel like every year you come back and say, "Oh, there's a dust storm on Mars. We need to protect the solar panels."
no, not really. Not protect them at least. So because InSight, which is our lander that's detecting Mars quakes.
I just want to take a
On the
can of
surface of
compressed
Mars.
air out there.
Me too.
And just like
Me too. Oh, I do too. And a whole bunch of people on the internet want to do it too. And a whole bunch of people think that we should also put windshield wipers with water spray on there. And a whole bunch of people think that we should put like mechanical brooms. A whole bunch of people think that we should put actuators on the solar panels so that they spin around.
Oh, they're getting
360.
worse. I just
Yeah.
You know, I want to take the can and tip it upside down, and then it gets really cold when you do that. You know what I mean. You all know what I mean.
Well,
everyone knows what I mean right now.
You say really cold, but it's Mars, so it's actually going to be warm.
Oh, that's a good
So,
point.
right? So
Also, I won't be able to feel it through my glove, my astronaut glove. Or if I can feel it, I'm probably dead.
yeah.
Right, because
I was going to say.
wouldn't. Yeah.
So that's not good.
Okay.
Or you're not going to have a hand.
Yeah. Oh
Gonna
yeah.
be
Yeah.
frostbitten pretty badly. So yeah, and then of course this is not the final selfie that we got
Oh
from
god,
it.
it gets worse.
It gets worse. We took one back in April, so here you go. It's just.
I thought you
COVID.
were. I thought you were gonna go to just like a brown screen.
Oh, I should have. I should have. Oh man.
like like a Vandenberg simulator.
Yeah. Anyways, we could spend the last few minutes looking through the chat room at solutions that people are saying, and I can tell you.
Oh,
why,
yeah.
And I could tell you why it won't work.
All right. Hold up. All right, chat room. I mean, technically we're kind of at time here, but let's go. Let's end the show this way, shall we? All right. So, chat room, give us solutions that as to why you think it won't work. And as you do that, I'm going to bring up the slates and thank everyone who supports the show. So, all right, you got one to start off with?
Yeah. Robert says the robotic arm connected to an air compressor. Air compressors are heavy. They take up volume and they require large amounts of energy.
Okay, but Jared, yeah, all of that's true. But if you had something that was heavy and took up some volume to clear this off, it could compensate for the brokenness of the photovoltaic.
Look, this thing already outlasted its mission, y'all. All of us taxpayers got more.
Okay,
out of it
okay,
than
keep
we
going,
should have.
keep going.
Anyways, somebody said to send Matt Damon. Unfortunately, he's too busy pushing crypto. JTTV said,
Is he really pushing crypto?
Yeah, he is. The panels unfold in a circle, putting reverser and scrubbers on that. That's complicated mechanics, and that just doesn't really work all that well. Michael Baylor, the classic one. I know Michael's joking about this, but fly Ingenuity over Insight. Ingenuity, the Mars helicopter, they're like 2,000 kilometers away from each other.
It's fine.
Steven, Steven, thank you. It's going back and forth. It says create a plasma discharge to explode the dust off. Well, we also want to have a lander there as well. Mystic Wolf says grow potatoes on Mars and use them to wipe off the dust. Potatoes are greasy. That's not very good for voltaics.
Or it would amplify the sunlight and it would be really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Zapfan says, send me, I'll bring a broom. That's really good. Apollo says, wiggle the panels very quickly. That means that you're going to risk breaking your panels with the mechanics that are going to be on board and doing other things like that. So, yeah, turns out.
That's a good one. I like that one.
So send TeslaBot to the rescue. Sure. Let's do it. I'm down if it can actually get there. And
just put it in a roadster.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, you're welcome, Internet. You heard that idea first right here. Roadster 2.0 is going to take the Tesla bot to Mars to broom off the photovoltaics. Boom. Come on.
Great.
Come on.
That's great.
Someone who does
Perfect.
CGI, make this happen.
Yeah.
It'll be our new logo or something.
Yeah. Can we Can we have it with a feather duster though, like a classic feather duster?
Oh yes, yes. Well, no, and it has to do it like the most robotic way possible, like a feather duster, just like. Someone's making an anime gif out of that.
I hope so. Oh God, I hope so. So.
God. All right. On that note, we went through all of the citizen slates. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. If you are a citizen of tomorrow, Ryan,
great.
did you put the link into the description?
I did. I'm very good at doing my job now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Wait, this way. Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks.
You're
Make sure
very
to click on
welcome.
that link. The post shows up next. Otherwise, we'll see everyone next week. Toodles. Bye.